Ladies and gentlemen, let's Gaming to the video. Let us further discuss Watch Dogs. So the PAX East demo we found out isn't the PC version, but is actually the PS4 version. Although it would appear to be run on a PlayStation 4 development kit, because there was a clip that was shown as an example during the question, and you'll actually notice that it shows a PC running. Now, obviously, PS4 development kits are essentially pretty much a PC. So, in this case, it's most likely that the PS4 version was running on a PC development kit. So, anyway, the version of the game that was showcased at PAX is not final. So, they're still working on it. Apparently, it is close to the finished version. And the Xbox One and PS4 are both going to be using real reflections of the environment of what's been screen-space reflections. Now, interestingly enough, Morin declined to answer the resolution and the frame rate of the Xbox One version of the game because he says that the developers are still fine-tuning. He did mention that he played the version and it felt right, constant smooth frame rate and great visuals, but as you'll know, that doesn't necessarily really give you an indication of what that means in terms of reality, because you might remember the whole Tomb Raider fiasco and how they said that, there's not that much difference between them, and that of course then they mentioned more about the resolution and the frame rates nearer the time, and it was kind of a whole mess. So the depth of field effect is present during gameplay, and they also didn't really mention much about the season pass information. They've basically told us that it's going to be coming later. Interestingly enough, the controls are pretty much what you'd expect. So the traditional, triggers to shoot and so forth and so forth. Those of you who are hoping to use like Konami codes or typing up, down, left, right, A, B, start or whatever, are going to be out of luck because cheat codes aren't really a major thing in the game, strangely enough. He didn't really know, Morin also doesn't really know much about the potential release of the Wii U version. He doesn't really know what's going to be happening. Now, what about other stuff? Well, they did offer a small amount of insight into the game's theme, or at least the inspiration behind it. He'd said, and I quote, "a combination of conversations on the impact of social media and the obvious emergence of the smartphone. Then we did not want to go 1984-style evil corporation direction, so giving their exploits to the players was a good way to make them feel the desire to exploit technology in a way technology serves as a mirror in Watch Dogs." So, I mean, I can kind of understand that, the whole evil corporation thing, let's face it, it's a little bit done to death now. It's not necessarily bad, it can work in something like, say, Deus Ex, but at the same time, it's like, you've got to have something to set things apart. Now, the major interesting point for me right now is that he doesn't really know much about the Wii U version of the title. Now, when you consider the creative director of the game hasn't heard much about it, and considering that a Ubisoft representative confirmed to Nintendo Enthusiast yesterday that they are still targeting this fall, so pretty much, the later part of this year, well, that's a little bit confuzzling, in my personal opinion anyway. I guess we're just going to have to see what happens regarding that. And of course, yesterday we did mention about the PC-specific graphics options that seem to be pop up. Now, Watch Dogs is definitely the biggest game of the kind of this side of Christmas, at least as far as I can think. There might be one or two others that are, pretty big, but I think Watch Dogs is the one that everyone is really thinking about because it has so much promise and there's been so much disagreement, if you will, with the whole, has the game been visually downgraded? What's it going to run like? Was it a mistake to run it on the previous generation consoles? That's been another concern. What's going on with the Wii U version? So I think it's going to be great when we actually just get the bloody thing rather than actually relying on these little tiny snippets of information. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.